Welcome back to the Pride and Perspective podcasts. I'm your host, Dina Walters. Now, today we're going to do something new and start something that I think is important. From time to time, I'm going to introduce special segments where we take a look back at LGBTQIA history in the news or in books and reflect on it and talk about what it means for us today. I want you to think about this as stepping into the time machine together because our voices from the past have a lot to say about our present and our future as well. For this first look, we're going back to revisit an article from the Rochester Post written about 10 years ago. You can see here, that's actress and advocate Laverne Cox, and this was at the height of her breakout role on Orange is the New Black. And she came and gave a talk to Oakland University here in Rochester, Michigan. What I'm going to do is read you the text of the article, and you can hear the words as they were reported back then. Then I'm going to come back and reflect on why Laverne's message still resonates so much today. Dateline, Rochester Hills. Transgender actress Laverne Cox is best known for her role on the television program Orange is the New Black. But as an advocate to the transgender community, Cox is dedicated to a message that asks our society to move beyond gender expectations and into an authentic life. I'm not one thing, Cox said to an audience packed at the arena on October 8th, and neither are you. Cox, who was welcomed by the school's Student Life Lecture Board and the Gender and Sexuality Center, spoke about growing up in her native Alabama as the child of a single parent. Everyone was telling me I was a boy when I knew inside my head I was a girl, she said. Cox was subjected to opposition from her mother, her grandmother, her church, and her school, along with therapy. There was talk about putting me on testosterone, she said. That therapy, now that's been discontinued. It took many years with my mother, Cox said. Difficult conversations. She always wanted me to be happy. My mother now corrects people who use the wrong pronouns. Cox urged her audience to go out and have those difficult conversations. Listening is the best thing to do. Don't make it about you. Make it about them. Empathy is the antidote to shame, she said. I believe we have misconceptions about people. If we just get to know them, the misconceptions will melt away. I accepted my womanhood finally. It took me many, many, many years, but it is about celebrating things that are unique. I think misgendering a transgender person is an act of violence. Cox has also been vocal about examining the culture of violence that is experienced by transgender women of color. Quote, far too many of the deaths transgender people go unsolved, she said. Grace W., the coordinator of OU's Gender and Sexuality Center, called Cox, quote, one of the most prominent transgender voices of our time, whose message will resonate with anyone who's committed to justice and equality. Her role as an actress is something Cox said she worked hard on and values highly. I can't believe I'm a working actress, she said. I was about to go to grad school before Orange came along because it was so hard. But I didn't give up. I continued to be humble and to be teachable. Quote, being an artist has cured so much of my pain, she said. Just the art of it. she advised acting students to look closely at the profession. You have to love it. Ask yourself, will you be happy if you only make it as far as a podunk theater in Idaho? If that's a no, then don't do it. Jeffrey E., an OU junior who attended the lecture, said, quote, she really is as fabulous as she appears on TV. Her themes and the moments she had to internalize really connected with me. Jeff attended with his mother, Judy, who also added, she talks about the safe zone, respecting people and getting to know them. Everything else is immaterial, close quote. So when asked for advice for her fellow transgender people about finding a lack of support at home, Cox said, sort of gauge your parents and connect with others over time. The internet especially, trans people are coming together all over the world. You don't have to do it alone. And stay in school, she said. Tell yourself all your dreams are going to come true. Reflection and relevance. 10 years have passed since these words were first printed in the newspaper. I still feel urgent, alive, and necessary. Back then, Cox, she was speaking at the crest of her breakout of fame, bringing conversations about gender identity into the spaces that rarely ever heard them. She told her audience that empathy is the antidote to shame, that misgendering is an act of violence, and that being authentic is both hard-earned and worth it. She also called out the culture of violence facing transgender women of color. I mean, that's a truth that was dire then, and it's still dire now. The heartbreaking reality of all this is that those deaths are still too often unsolved and too often ignored. But her message wasn't only about danger, it was also about possibility. She reminded people to have difficult conversations, to listen and to connect, to stay in school, and most importantly, to believe that our dreams are possible. Yeah, simple words maybe, but radical in the way they've given hope to people who often feel unseen and underappreciated. And one line of Laverne's just echoes louder than ever. I am not just one thing, and neither are you. That's truly the heartbeat of this story. Our community is not one-dimensional. Our lives are not skimmed over in footnotes. No, we are full, complex, and beautiful human beings. So as we look back, we now look forward. Laverne's words are not frozen in time, and in fact, they're marching with us into the future. Empathy, authenticity, courage, and the promise that where we are right now is good, but where we're going can be even better. And that's my perspective. I'm Dina Walters, and until next time, keep living with pride and keep all of your perspectives open.